Hello and welcome to quiz class. I'm your host, Ellen, and today we have 50 questions on general knowledge. So get your pencil and paper ready to keep score so you can tell us how you ranked in the comments with our quiz class Einstein rewards. And of course, tell us the answer to the bonus question. So let's begin. How did early humans likely reach North America? Across the Bering Strait, sailing across the Atlantic, or through South America? Across the Bering Strait. What links Indigenous Americans to Asian peoples? Language and blood types, clothing and rituals, or food and architecture? Language and blood types. Where did the Arawak people originate from? Mexico, Venezuela, or Cuba? And the answer is Venezuela. What did the Maya civilization develop in southern regions? Written language, firearms, or metal armor? Written language. What crops did early Native Americans farm? Rice and wheat, tomatoes and maize, or grapes and olives? Tomatoes and maize. Which civilization rose as the Maya declined? The Aztec Empire, the Inca Empire, or the Olmec Empire? The Aztec Empire. Who financed Christopher Columbus's first voyage? The Pope, Isabella and Ferdinand, or Portuguese merchants? Isabella and Ferdinand. Which explorer reached Canada's east coast in 1497? John Cabot, Vasco da Gama, or Hernando de Soto? And the answer is John Cabot. Sikhism was founded on the teachings of whom? Lao Tzu, Guru Nanak, or Confucius? Guru Nanak. We are at question 10. What does reincarnation mean in religion and philosophy? Eternal sleep, rebirth after death, or end of life? Rebirth after death. Which religions most strongly believe in reincarnation? The Abrahamic religions, the Asian religions, or the African religions? The Asian religions. What connects one's deeds with their next life? Meditation, karma, or ritual? Karma. What does nirvana represent in Buddhism? Eternal rebirth, extinction of desires, or endless karma? Extinction of desires. Let's move on to question 14. What connected the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans in 1914? The Panama Canal, the Erie Canal, or the Suez Canal? The Panama Canal. What crash caused a global depression in 1929? The stock market crash, a housing crash, or an oil crash? The stock market crash. What was Mexico's post-World War II economic boom called? El Milagro Mexicano, La Revolución Mexicana, or Nuevo Mundo? El Milagro Mexicano. Which agreement created the world's largest free trade area? OPEC, the EU, or NAFTA? OPEC. Where did sports first begin over 3,000 years ago? Ancient Rome, ancient Greece, or ancient Egypt? Ancient Greece. What early Olympic event involved throwing a spear? Javelin, marathon, or shot put? Javelin. And we are already at question 20. Softball was invented by which Chicago reporter? George Hancock, Walter Camp, or Charles Comiskey? George Hancock. What object did early basketball players use as a goal? Laundry basket, a peach basket, or an iron hoop? A peach basket. What did the Volkswagen Golf replace as VW's main car? Beetle, Passat, or Polo? Beetle. When did the Volkswagen Golf first appear? In 1974, in 1960, or in 1980? In 1974. What slogan described the Range Rover? Car for all reasons, the people's SUV, or built to explore? Car for all reasons. We are at question 25. Which car redefined SUVs as luxury vehicles? Range Rover, the Jeep CJ7, or the Toyota pickup? The Range Rover. What nickname was given to the Porsche 930 Turbo? The Iron Horse, the Roadrunner, or the Widowmaker? The Widowmaker. The Porsche 930 was the first 911 with what feature? Turbo engine, a sunroof, or AWD? Turbo engine. What was the G-Class originally designed for? Military use, luxury travel, or racing? And the answer is military use. What made the Mercedes-Benz W124 legendary? Its speed, its durability, or its low price? Its durability. We are at question 30 already. The FJ60 was known as what era of Land Cruiser? Golden Age, Silver Age, or Modern Age? Golden Age. What 1984 Chrysler model revolutionized family transport? The minivan, the Caravan Coupe, or the Roadmaster? The minivan. Which award did Kevin Garnett win in 2003-2004? The Sixth Man, the Rookie of the Year, or the MVP? The MVP. Albert Pujols was nicknamed what? The Machine, Big Al, or the Rocket? The Machine. How many career home runs did Pujols hit? 500, 703, or 780? 703. We are on question 35. Which team did Pujols play 12 seasons with? The St. Louis Cardinals, the Los Angeles Angels, or the Kansas City Royals? Time's up. The St. Louis Cardinals. What was Floyd Mayweather's professional record? 50-0, 49-1, or 48-2? 50-0. Mayweather's defense featured which trademark technique? Shoulder roll, a peekaboo guard, or the Philly shell? Shoulder roll. How many NFL MVPs did Peyton Manning win? 1, 5, or 2? 5. Question 39. What process gives caramel its signature color? Emulsification, caramelization, or evaporation? Caramelization. Question 40 already. What ingredient gives nougat a chewy texture? Gelatin, butter, or honey? Gelatin. What problem can excessive caffeine intake cause? Drowsiness, jitteriness, or calmness? Jitteriness. What makes a real Caesar salad special? It's served hot, it's tossed tableside, or it's made with cream? It's tossed tableside. What cheese is central to a Greek salad? Feta cheese, blue cheese, or mozzarella? Feta cheese. Who directed Raiders of the Lost Ark? Was it George Lucas, Steven Spielberg, or Richard Marquand? Steven Spielberg. Question 45, we have a few more to go. What is Indiana Jones's profession? Treasure hunter, archaeologist, or historian? An archaeologist. Who stars as the disguised housekeeper in Mrs. Doubtfire? Robin Williams, Bill Murray, or John Candy? Robin Williams. What is the main reason Daniel Hillard disguises himself in Mrs. Doubtfire? To get a job, to spend time with his children, or to spy on his ex-wife? To spend time with his children. Which century saw the first phase of European overseas expansion? The 11th century, 15th century, or the 16th century? The 15th century. What was the main idea of the Enlightenment? Faith over reason, reason over superstition, or military power? Reason over superstition. And we are at question 50. What year did the French Revolution begin? 1705, 1789, or 1802? 1789. And our bonus question, who began the Protestant Reformation in 1517? Let us know the answer in the comments, and of course, how well you did with our quiz class Einstein rewards. Thanks for playing, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.